Tonight on Southwest Local News. Mosswood implores state government for tougher animal cruelty laws. A single vehicle crash in Illawarra this morning with only minor injuries sustained. Warrnambool Council signs new gender equality plan. And in sport, Old Collegians makes a flying start to its 2026 in netball.
Live from Silver Ball Studios in Warrnambool, this is Southwest Local News with Sharna Rogers.
Good evening and welcome to Southwest Local News. Local group Mosswood Wildlife is imploring the state government to bring in tough animal cruelty laws. The call comes as no charges are still to be laid relating to an incident when a koala was allegedly dragged behind a vehicle in the streets of Koroit and left to die on March the 25th. Mosswood Wildlife referenced this incident in a social media post that called for Premier Jacinta Allen to not let such crimes go unpunished. Mosswood is asking the Premier to introduce the Victorian Animal Care and Protection Bill. The introduction of this bill could make causing unreasonable harm, pain or distress to an animal a high-level offence. This could then bring the punishment of such an act to up to 5 years in jail. Emergency services attended an accident on the Princess Highway in Illawarra this morning. The accident happened on the corner of Princess Highway and Illawarra. Police, fire crews and ambulance attended the scene. A single vehicle has come off the road and driven into a tree and a ditch. The male driver did not sustain any serious injuries. Warrnambool City Council has its Gender Equality Action Plan in place for the next 4 years. Councillors signed off on the document at their April meeting last week. The plan was formed following a workplace gender audit. From there, strategies and actions were developed to address identified gender inequalities. Warrnambool City Mayor Ben Blaine said he was pleased the new plan was in place.
Gender Equity Plan, so after the Gender Equity Act was brought in 2020, it's a requirement of councils to actually be reporting on what our strategies are to improve gender equity across the workplace. And I think the strategy really does show council wants to be a leader in this space, and we want to make sure that the workspace and everyone that works in it feels safe and comfortable to be at work. And I think the Gender Equity Plan really is a key pillar in showing what that actually looks like.
Southwest motorists were among hundreds of motorists who ran foul of the law during Operation Constellate last weekend. Operation Constellate was held in line with the AFL's Gather Round, with thousands on the road between Melbourne and Adelaide. Police were disappointed they were kept so busy across the operation, with 750 road offences recorded across the 5-day operation. There included 444 speeding offences, 26 drug and 13 drink driving offences and 14 mobile phone offences. It was not only driver behaviour that was poor, with the cars being driven falling below the required standard in many cases. Police issued 66 fines for unregistered vehicles. Roadworks on the Princess Highway at Permua are yet to begin, despite having been advertised to start more than 2 weeks ago. The state government's Transport Victoria announced on its website the works would begin on March the 30th. The works did not begin on that date and have still yet to start. The notice of the March 30th starting time frame remained on the website until it was removed yesterday. The section of road in question is 980 metres of rehabilitation work from the Ellerslie-Permua Road to Harris Street. Transport Victoria has still yet to provide answers to our questions on the works, although Moyne Shire has been told work will begin in September. Member for Western Victoria Jacinta Ermacora deferred our questions to Transport Victoria. Southwest workers driving their vehicles for work may soon be getting a rise on their pay per kilometre rate. The Australian Council of Trade Unions has lodged an urgent case in the Fair Work Commission to have fuel allowances increased. Vehicle allowances require employers to pay employees a per kilometre amount to cover their fuel and maintenance costs, among others. Currently, the average vehicle allowance is set at 99 cents per kilometre, with about 40% of that designated to cover fuel prices. Unions are arguing the rate should be lifted by at least an extra 10 cents to compensate for higher fuel prices. Written-off cars might not be an asset to most, but for one community organisation, they are sought after. The Camperdown SES is calling for people to donate any unwanted vehicles to them. The vehicles would be used to help members carry out important road rescue training. The only requirement is that they still roll and have windows. If you have a vehicle you would like to donate, contact the unit. A whale carcass was brought with it a warning of increased shark activity in Coffs Bay in Peterborough yesterday. The Victorian Fisheries Authority issued the warning at 3:12 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. The whale carcass, which was closer to shore than normal, attracts sharks, making it more likely sharks will be in the waters used by humans. Surfers, divers and swimmers were advised to avoid the area. Habitat has been improved for two species that call the Merrow River at Woodford home. Pieces of habitat, 40 in all, were lowered into the water last week by the Glenelg Hopkins CMA. Platypus and Southwest River blackfish were two species being catered for. The installation came after removal of woody weeds on the banks of the river. Orchestra Victoria will perform a one-off show in Warrnambool this week. The orchestra will play the Lighthouse Theatre on Friday. Leading these works is Alice Farnham, who has conducted the BBC Concert Orchestra and Singers. Global performer Matthew Levy will be the percussion section principal for the performance. New volunteers are being sought for a popular Warrnambool location. The call-out has come from the Warrnambool Toy Library, which has had trouble in recent times filling its roster. Training is being offered to anyone keen to volunteer, with a Working with Children's check the only requirement. The Warrnambool Toy Library has a long history, having begun in 1979, and offers toys for parents to borrow. It is located at 87 Henner Street. A survey has been constructed to gauge the experience of heading out in Warrnambool after dark. The Warrnambool City Council is asking people to fill in the online survey, which relates to activity in the CBD from 6 p.m. to dawn. The survey has a heavy focus on asking how safe people feel when they are out and about late at night. It asks, should there be better lighting, CCTV and a stronger police presence? It also looks at the challenges associated with transport at night. If people are not driving, the survey asks, is public transport such as taxis and ride shares easily available? Warrnambool has an active nightlife, with eating out a popular activity in the city. Nightclubs, the cinema, live shows and shopping are also reasons many head out at night. That's all in general news, and after the break we'll head to sport and weather. Back shortly.
George Taylor Stores, 3 stores, an astonishing range of products. Clothing, accessories, beanies, gloves, hats and belts. Brands like Bisley, Yakka and Ridgeline, plus the largest range of boots and gumboots in the region. George Taylor Stores.
G'day, Jeff Cook here at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool. We're more than just tyres. Our team not only specialise in helping you with your tyre needs, but other mechanical needs as well. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool has all the leading brands of tyres, including Hankook, Maxxis and BFG. Plus we also offer a number of wheel packages and wheel alignments. Get in touch with us at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool for your mechanical needs. We are more than just tyres at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, Raglan Parade.
Hi, Ben Cunnington here. When it comes to looking after my property, there's one place I trust, Bell's Garden Centre. They stock ride-on mowers from Ferris, Ariens and Country Clipper, plus small power equipment from Victor, Super Swift, Echo, Shindaiwa and Greenworks. With over 60 years combined servicing experience, they'll keep your gear running right. And it's not just machinery. Bells have everything for your garden, from giftware and pots to bird baths and concrete features. They even deliver anywhere across the southwest. So if you want the best for your yard, head to Bell's Garden Centre. They've got you covered.
Tonight's sport is proudly brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Warrnambool and Timboon. Getting the most out of your farm. Contact the team today.
Welcome back, and first making news in sport. Old Collegians has made a flying start to its 2026 A-grade netball season. The Warriors are the only team with 2 wins, courtesy of their victory in the standalone Good Friday clash with Maryvale. But they backed that up on Saturday with a win over Dennington that was notable for a number of reasons. The Warriors scored an incredible 98 goals while holding the Dogs to just 7. This was a big turnaround from the last time the teams met, which was in 2025 elimination final. On that occasion, it was Dennington that won by 4 goals. Portland celebrated an important moment for its club on Saturday. The Tigers turned 150 and marked the occasion off the field with a club reunion. On the ground, the Tigers made sure it was a happy day, defeating Port Fairy by 26 points. After playing finals last season, the Tigers are looking to go further than the elimination final in 2026. Coach Lockie Huptis said the club was excited to mark the 150th celebration with a win and embracing the expectations on the team.
It was really good. We definitely wanted to go out there and do the day justice, so it was good to get on the right side of the scoreboard. I think we're embracing it. Obviously, it comes with that pressure when you know, the league and media and stuff start talking about and putting expectations on you, but that's a good situation to be in, to be honest. We want to be, I guess, respected within the league, and I guess with that comes expectations. So it's something we're not getting ahead of ourselves by any means, and maybe the expectation and from externally that they've probably talked us up more than what we probably think we're at currently, and we know we've got work to do, but yeah, we're happy just to be in that conversation.
Geelong's VFL team will have plenty of eyes on it during the 2026 season. 4 of the Cats players have nominated Hampton League clubs as their community feeder clubs. These include Will White, Jay Rantel and Marcus Herbert from South Warrnambool and Jamison Ballantyne from Portland. White and Rantel played for the Roosters on the weekend due to the VFL bye, as did Ballantyne for the Tigers. Herbert was a part of the VFL squad. VFL players only need to play 3 Hampton League games to qualify for finals. The Cats have won their first 2 games, and their finals destiny may have a big say on what happens at the end of the season in the Hampton League. That's all in sport. Partly cloudy in Warrnambool today with strong winds throughout the day and a top of 16 degrees with 5 millimetres to fall. After the break, we'll go through the forecast for the region. Back soon.
We use the Ridley team, make a phone call, I get high quality advice. We tend to have 6 weekly visits from the team where we do a full farm walk and herd health check. They check in on production and the feeding rate. It's something I don't have to worry too much about because I'm always comfortable that they will have it under control. The feed that comes out of Ridley's fully confident every day of the year that it's high quality grain or pellets.
Hi, it's Libby from the Vet Group. We are offering discounted standard desexing for dogs and cats for a limited time. Your pet will receive the Vet Group's gold standard level of care at a reduced cost. Terms and conditions apply. Contact the Vet Group Wollaston, Timboon or Portland clinics and book in your furry friend today. Remember, 2's a company but a litter is a crowd. The Vet Group, making pet care easy.
At ASAP Local Plumbing, we know that when it comes to your home or business, you need a team that gets the job done right the first time. From expert hot water system installations to full septic tank and drainage solutions, we handle the heavy lifting so you don't have to. We're your go-to, trusted professionals for water quality and filtration. Get in touch today to book a quote or visit our website. ASAP Local Plumbing, your local plumbing experts.
B&B Furniture Plus now stock a range of adjustable beds. They have mobility aids to help you live your life to the fullest and lift chairs for the best in comfort. B&B Furniture Plus is locally owned at 203 Lava Street, Warrnambool.
Tonight's weather report is proudly brought to you by Anchor Point Retirement Village. New homes are being built now. Book a tour today.
Welcome back, and around the southwest expecting strong winds over the next 3 days. Now further into the forecast. In Port Fairy over the next 3 days, looking at temperatures sitting around 20. A partly cloudy day with a chance of thunderstorms in the late afternoon on Thursday, around 5 millimetres to fall on Friday, with 17 degrees and southwesterly winds. In Mortlake tomorrow, they'll be copping 6 millimetres and temperatures sitting around 22, and that's the warmest it will get until next week. On Friday, a top of 16 degrees with only 1 millimetre to fall. Topping at 18 on Saturday with a partly cloudy day. In the Colac and Camperdown region tomorrow, a top of 21 degrees with up to 5 millimetres to fall. Friday, a possible shower and a top of 16 degrees with only 1 millimetre, and Saturday, partly cloudy with a top of 18. On the coast in Port Campbell, we'll be receiving 5 millimetres, and Friday only 2 millimetres to fall with a top of 15 degrees. On Saturday, a cloudy day topping at 15 degrees, also with the rain taking a break until the following week. In Warrnambool tomorrow, a top of 21 degrees with 5 millimetres to fall with a chance of thunderstorms in the evening. 16 degrees tomorrow and light showers. To start off the weekend, a partly cloudy day and a top of 17 degrees with light winds throughout the day. That's it from your Southwest Local News team, and thank you for tuning in, whether that be online, on podcast or on 3-Way FM. If you missed any of the bulletin, you can watch it back on demand at southwestlocalnews.com.au. Until Friday, I'm Sharna Rogers with peace. Good night.